Now back to the action with Jason.
We are bumping stuff and all kinds of things. We're now back. There's a gap here, but on the other side of the gap is Mick Moriarty. How you doing, man?
Very well. How are you?
Very good. Now, people would remember you from playing guitar next to any time people are singing something funny.
That's it, pretty much it. Yeah.
You pretty much own,
run with that space.
Yeah.
And the double bass.
And the double bass
as well, of course.
Yeah. That
with
last year in
Otis
Edinburgh.
St.
Yes, I played a bit of double bass with him and a bit with Phil Nicol.
Oh yes, nice.
I'm ready.
Watch out for that thing.
There's your space.
And this is Greg Fleet, who also sometimes does things.
Oh, we're on. We're on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we've been on for a while.
I swear to God, I almost just filthed it up as I came in, thinking that we were going to start.
It's the internet. Say whatever you'd like.
No, yeah. Well,
you're a good boy now.
We'll see.
Okay. So Mick, you play, like, how do you get that monopoly of I'm just the guitarist? Because you don't really, you sing backup and stuff.
Yeah.
But are you writing any of the stuff?
Yeah, writing a lot of stuff. I suppose I wrote quite a bit of stuff with Paul when we did Guard, and there are other things that I've known.
Sorry,
you're talking about someone else, not me.
Yeah, no, okay.
No.
And how did you meet Greg?
We met in Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh?
You did this like, who's Greg?
What? Who though? What?
Right, yeah. No, we met in Edinburgh in the early 90s.
Oh, wow.
Mid-90s, thank you.
Oh, yeah, mid-90s.
95. It's mid to late 90s, isn't it?
Round up.
Was Beverly Hills 90210 still cool?
It would have been...
That's early 90s.
Yeah, it would have been, but not to comics. We would have been onto the fact that
Yeah. You'd be slaying the shit.
But we met there and we were both doing shows and we both did very well. And so we developed this kind of slightly arrogant Antipodean 5-star club who swanned around.
Yeah, for a whole season feeling a bit superior.
Yeah.
And enjoying other people.
Oh, their misery and
Two stars.
In fact, I remember that year a young Adam Hills coming up to me and going, this is my first year, I'm going to really, I want to stick at it and really go for it. And I was like, I don't want to say anything, but I don't think it'll work out for you, young man. But,
and then did you take his job in Adelaide, or did he take yours?
No, I think I took his, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Marty Sheagle took mine, and then Limo took his, and it was just a sewer of hatred. And the SAFM's created a huge amount of hatred amongst comedians. We've all stolen each other's jobs. But we met in Edinburgh, and it was great. It was the most... It's like this, like Adelaide. It's a very passionate and exciting, and you're surrounded by people doing interesting things. And I love festivals. I love them. And
festivals seem to love you. 21? Is that how many? 21 years of festivals now? Well, this year's 22nd, I guess. Because if you did you do Where's My Pony last year?
Last year was, I
Or was
believe.
that 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. Last year was some Adelaide love story, I think,
That's right.
which was really bogus because it wasn't really anything, But we,
Just a pash, wasn't it?
yeah, something like that. But the whole festival thing is great, and I find I enjoy Adelaide and Edinburgh a lot more than Melbourne, and it's because I'm away from. I worked it out while I was here. It's because I'm away from home,
Yeah.
and you sort of feel like you're on a holiday. And
So you're
everything's
more
exciting.
immersed in it too, aren't you?
Yeah, you're sort of in the deep end. You can't just run home and hide. And it's great. And you see all these people, like we don't see each other all the time. But, we don't even see each other all the time. But you always see each other at festivals, and it's like I was saying to Peter Berner before. It's like we just take up where we left off. Like we might not have seen each other for a year, but we almost pick up the conversation we're having. And go, so Kennedy has been shot. It's like it's great.
Yeah, nice. And it's true though, because I didn't realise until I went to Melbourne, and Melbourne was my first Melbourne Comedy Festival. I was like, wow, I'm only a comedian here. I'm not doing a million other things. I don't have to pay rent. I don't have to do odd jobs. I don't have to see my parents.
And you wake up and the day is literally
That's all I gotta do
terrifyingly
now.
empty until
Yeah.
your show time. Until
Until show,
here, it's just great. You get to walk by the river, which I've never walked by the river in Melbourne. So bills to pay,
Well, we've been spending the last couple of days pretty much from the moment we wake up till our show starts watching season 3 of Breaking Bad.
Oh wow! I've been watching season 1.
Oh my god!
What do I have to look forward to?
Oh my god! You've got a lot to look forward to. It gets so much more exciting. It's just such a great show.
How did it get 3 years before we found out about it? 3 seasons.
I
heard
found
bits
out
about
about it
season
earlier.
2.
I watched season 1 in October of last year, but I'd heard about it before then, because was it 2009 that they won the Emmys of Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor? The two guys, the main guys.
If you're watching this, BitTorrent it as soon as you can.
Legally,
so
cool.
Of course, like pay for it or whatever. But yeah, it's awesome.
It's
Worst
awesome.
disclaimer
Yeah.
ever. You actually went like that with your hand. As you
It's
said
legal.
it.
It's like there should be like a disappointing thing that said, warning, this is not a
It's
disclaimer.
not really like stealing a handbag, is it?
Yeah, whatever.
Because you don't see the look of disappointment on the woman's face.
Now, tell us about your show.
Is
Is this something you've done before?
Yeah, we did it in Edinburgh, and then we did it in Melbourne last year.
Yeah.
And you came and did a guest spot on
Big Love we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
I had a
great
ball.
fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. We basically have guests, and there's a lot of kind of musical content in it, but there's a lot of and it's not only comedy. I mean, most of it's comedy, but there's some straight stuff. I mean, Mick does a couple of straight songs and some gay ones as well. But, it's just a really cool show, and the whole sort of premise of it is that we don't give the audience any grief, and they don't give us any grief, and it's just kind of all about the love. It's very inclusive. The audience kind of feels like they're very proprietal about it, like it's their thing, you know. And people come back quite often, you know, because we have different guests all the time, and different stuff happens, and we chat with the guests, and you can go in any direction. Like Lawrence Mooney was doing interpretive dance last night, and to us doing a Lou Reed song.
Fantastic moment.
But yeah, because of that, people come back, and it's you know, we have musicians, and we were going to get some politicians in Melbourne to be guests, but it's just I'm loving it. I'm loving doing it.
It's great fun.
Yeah.
Great fun.
So we'll hopefully we'll get you down again. Are you
Love
up
to,
for it?
yeah,
What time are
absolutely.
you on?
In Melbourne?
No, in Adelaide.
I work at 8:45 and 10:15.
Oh, you'll see. Yeah.
You do two spots. Yeah. Oh, that's
Two-
pretty much you.
You're doing the same show twice a night.
We've added a few shows.
Oh, good on
the
you.
final week.
Very nice.
Really?
Well, that means
It's Fleety's interview.
I was asked. They dragged me into a kicking and screaming. I was sitting very
What
politely.
about your merch?
You probably would have heard I had to add shows.
Have you got merchandise? No, that means we won't be able to have the beautiful Sammy J in Adelaide as a guest, but we will probably have you in Melbourne.
Oh, we're sharing venues, so how's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
We've toured
Just be
around.
around.
We've toured around.
It's easy to get your piano.
Oh, so you're in the same venue as us in Melbourne?
Yes, indeed.
Great.
This is, for those listening at home, we're just having an organisational chat.
That means
Yeah.
but the great thing
Well,
is,
the
Specifics of the Victoria Hotel
Yep.
and backstage space.
that means there'll be a keyboard there for you, your own.
I love sharing a room with you
Yeah.
because backstage becomes like the 1980s when smoking was allowed in very confined spaces.
Well, you know what?
Guess what?
Yeah, you know what? He's given up
No.
4
Yes,
months ago,
4
and
months.
and I'm doing a show in Melbourne, a different show, not the one in Victoria, about smoking and giving up smoking. So I will have at least seriously attempted giving up by the start of it. But he's done it, and if he's done it, I
Yeah,
have
I've
to
been
do
his
it.
inspiration. It's
Nice
different.
one.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
amazing.
Well, I've actually started smoking, so I was looking forward to our first
Damn it!
Alright, well, if you've just given up smoking, maybe you should do the Cane Challenge. Unless you, have you figured out who would like to do it?
I reckon Mick, but with his new non-smoking
Yeah,
runs.
I think you'd be.
What is the
probably-
challenge? What is
So
it?
it's just you've got to get as many M&Ms from one jar to the other, and you get to eat whatever ones you get.
So we're going to use a straw.
Oh, to suck one with the straw. What? That's like on that
Here we
TV.
go. Oh no,
Oh,
use,
that's
that's
so
some other
good
one.
idea.
Someone else is disgusting.
He probably doesn't have the moves that I've got, but you know. He'll
Yeah, I can. Hang on.
Oh.
What are you cracking
And,
on already?
okay, we're ready to go. Because
No, you do.
No, you go. For it.
Because you. Okay. Well, 60 seconds on the
the
clock.
lungs of Moriarty,
It starts
ladies and
now.
gentlemen.
It's
Look
one.
at that. Playing wind instruments as well now.
That.
Doors.
Give us a plug for your show, please.
Yes, come and see Big Love, featuring not only comedy, not only music, incredible guests. We got Will Anderson's coming down next week. Are you going to come and do it one day?
Maybe. Sure. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got we've got Will Anderson coming down.
Who do you know the lineup for tonight?
No.
No, of course not.
We had Dave Quirk last night. He was great. I think Fiona might be doing tonight. Fiona O'Loughlin. But it is always great. We have great guests. It's a great show. It's a lot of fun, and there's something about it. I don't know. It's almost a bit hippie. It's very laid back. It's very cool, and people seem to really dig it. So I'm thrilled about it. So yeah, come and see it. And it involves the lungs of Mick Moriarty, the
Nice.
non-smoking. Look how many he's
Look
I
at
got.
know.
That's one little M&M for every
He's got
sin he's
10
committed
seconds to
today.
go, and he's got to really lift his game. Oh my god, he's blown it at the end. That's amazing.
Concentration
I
too.
can't
Like
believe.
hasn't faltered once.
I would have thought he would have got like one.
Okay, that's probably
that
enough.
was fantastic.
Seeing that on the
Yeah,
screen looks so
expensive.
much like dodgy drug footage that I've used today tonight. This
Do we
guy.
count them?
Actually, yeah.
count
So we used to have this camera here, like, and it would look like this, and it would always look like dodgy, like Tonight
right.
footage.
Oh,
Yeah, so we had to stop doing that.
I'm furious because you pipped me by one. It's 25.
25.
Oh, 5. Bring it, bring it, bring it. No, I like your I like
What
this.
a test.
So can you get all games and stuff, download games on that and
The
everything?
iPad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped it the other
Looks
day.
a little bit
Yeah.
out of date though, Jason.
I know. The new one came out
My
today.
daughter's got an iPod.
Yeah.
So is it
Ah.
just like a big iPod?
What is she, a nun? Get her an iPad.
Oh, she's only 8.
Alright.
But is that so it's the same thing, just bigger
It's a big
version.
It's bigger, yeah.
So can you do those weird calls, video calls?
Yeah.
And then the one that came out today, you can, as a camera.
Alright, okay, great.
When did this become an ad? We actually we've got to play some ads now. So thank you so much for coming in. Grip Flea's Big Love 945 Rhino, right?
Yeah,
The
that's
incomparable Mick Moriarty.
The
Indeed,
incomparable.
incomparable.
And I know
Like
that's
that.
true because I have to compare him, and he is incomparable.
And before I let you go, worst memory of Adelaide?
Worst?
Or
memory
worst
of
or
it?
best? If it's Big Love, let's go with best.
I was going to say the roof, the Austral caving in on my head was. I was staying in the Austral in about 1990 or something, and was standing in the room with a couple of other comics. We were all sharing a room at the Austral Hotel, and it was boiling hot. It was about 40 degrees, and suddenly we all got hit on the head, and we were all white. And I'm looking around going, "What the hell?" Everyone was like ghosts. And what had happened was the entire ceiling had just caved in. We were all covered in plaster and probably asbestos. It just completely. And we went downstairs and said to the woman, "Look, the roof's caved in. We're going to have to stay somewhere else." And she was like, "No, you have a booking for 2 weeks. You must stay here." Okay, the roof has caved in. But I've also had some wonderful experiences here. I actually made love to 2 different people in the space of 2 days, and there was 25 years between their ages, which was pretty cool.
But I didn't enjoy it though. So
No, I didn't.
count.
Yeah. Well, you were the oldest one.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Father and son, was
yeah,
it? Or-
But no, Adelaide's always great. There's always so many cool things, and it's some of the restaurants, the food here. I dig the food. Oh, I love the food.
Mick, you got a good memory?
I went to a party out in the hills, and under the house
Silver
was an
mine.
old silver mine.
Charlie Hill Smith.
Yeah, Charlie Hill Smith's place.
Yeah, and I just thought it was the most amazing thing that I'd ever done. And we went down into the silver mine and kind of.
And did it have a
felt the
poster of
fucking-
Elvis? Did it have a
at
cut
the
out of
end with the
Elvis?
skulls down the bottom. Yeah, and you feel like you're in Indiana Jones. don't you?
It was.
And then you go back out into the living
And then
room.
you're back out in the party and everybody's there. It was-
That is probably one of the best
That was a
things
highlight
about
for me,
Adelaide, I
yeah,
reckon.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Excellent. Well, blokes, thanks for coming in. And good luck.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
See you
very
next
much.
time. Hope to
That's,
see
that's
you.
you. Oh, that's you on the list.
Oh,
Little
wow.
Sammy J.
You knocked me off.
You're off.
Oh, you
Oh,
dog.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh,
You-
who is?
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I've
so
done alright.
So they're people who are better than you,
Yeah.
but not by much.
not by much at all. Somebody's really done well though. The person at the top must have mega lung.
I don't want to keep bringing it up, but they're homosexual.
All right. Okay.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.